Washington State won the toss. They elected to receive, so Auburn kicks it off. And Washington State will start at the 25. After the first down, back to the ground, and Mason is snuffed out.
It was off on that play from the beginning.
After the loss of 4, a little end around here to Corey Grant. Grant first down. And try to run, and this is where Mike Leach wants to see drastic pain moving in the backfield. He'll get it again on 2nd and 6. Boy, he looked like this. Tipped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Robinson Therese. Down to the 17-yard line, and a flag comes in. He is the star backer, and he is a key cog.
And the pass with a run-pass option here.
Caught by Quan Bray, first down, inside the 10, out at the 9. First completion for Nick Marshall. And now back to Mason. Did he get in? Yes. Touchdown, Auburn. They're going for 2. Ryan White. Got it. 2-point conversion.
At least 4 inches smaller and about 40 pounds lighter.
Halliday, good protection, throws it off his back foot. Intercepted again. Josh Holsey. Second time Halliday has been picked off on successive series. Better receivers this year, more veteran guys. His numbers could go up this year. Here's Trey Mason to the 20. Finds some room on the near side. To midfield. He could go. Touchdown, Trey Mason.
What an answer. After missing a field goal, you give up a touchdown. What's the best way to salve your wounds? You get a kickoff return from stepping out of your own end zone, 100-plus yards. Trey Mason couldn't have gone any further.
Western Kentucky upset the Wildcats last year. Here's Corey Grant. He could go. Nobody's going to catch Corey Grant. A 75-yard touchdown run. We'll talk more big picture here in a second. First down at 10, and there is Adams. Montravius Adams with the sack of Halliday. Blitz. And Adams again in the backfield, and they cut off the run.
He likes his chances.
Quick hitter, Halliday, tipped in the air, incomplete. Right through the hands of Williams. Marshall has plenty of time. Now the pocket collapses. Makes his way toward the sideline and up along the sideline. Kick is up. Looks good. Got it.
That's where the defenders are. That's where the danger is.
Almost snapped over the head of Michael Boland. Chris Davis is going to bring it back to the 40. And out of bounds at about the 46 parking. He hit from 47 earlier. And he's got it. Leading by 4 now here late in the third quarter. Marshall to a wide open receiver, caught at the 30-yard line. And out to the... First and 10 from the 37. It's Grant again. Finds some room to midfield and brought down. Now 6 for 14, 74 yards passing. He'll dump it off short here to Quan Bray. This guy's got speed to burn. Lowers his shoulder, gets his pain in the Wildcat. Nobody in front of him. Ooh, that's going to be a flag perhaps.
Had to be altered, but it'll return soon enough.
Marshall on 2nd and 15 has to change direction. Sidesteps a tackle at the 40. Not bad. From the near hash. Bingo. One touchdown pass already tonight going to the end zone. Intercepted. Robinson Therese, the star backer. Connor Halliday has been picked off 3 times now tonight.
3 picks already for this defense.
Corey Grant. Big run on first down. Down to 2. They get it off. Halliday throws incomplete. Auburn will take over.
That's concerned. And keep in mind, Auburn's got to play LSU, Georgia, a couple other big physical football teams.
Victory formation with this offense and takes a knee.
You know, tonight, Auburn's got a lot to work on offensively, but what it comes down to this, you got to do what it takes to get the win.
And Quan Bray are back deep. And this will be taken from the end zone. Quan Bray on the return and a hold. Jordan Hare erupts. Marshall rolls, throws, and it's complete to Trovon Reed. And a big gain takes it down.
Working on throwing the football with more touch.
Plenty of time to the end zone. Touchdown! Marcus Davis.
You can throw the football and take it care of it.
3rd and 5. Nice flip to Denson. Knocked off his pin. Artis Payne. No, it is going to be Marshall. Marshall. And out of bounds, another Auburn first. The give is to Grant. Touchdown, Auburn. This time the give is to Auburn has 9 in the box. And they stone him. First down and 10 for Arkansas State. And the handoff goes nowhere. 4th down for Kennedy. Looking. Cranks to the end zone. Incomplete. Auburn ball.
Puts their offense right back out on the field.
Kennedy has had a lot of time to throw and a great defensive play that time.
Like a Sun Belt team coming into an environment like this, success early is the best thing that can happen to you.
Oku got the handoff. Kennedy with all kinds of time. Penalty flag, and down he goes. Marshall gets a block on 2 blocks on the corner. Loads this one. Caught. Sammy Coates. Touchdown.
Goes on.
Oku knocked down and recovers at the 20. What a play by Chris Davis. Davis from the 10. Penalty flag. To the 49-yard line. And the kick comes to Jones. He'll run it out 15-20. And he is smacked down. For another first down. Oku takes it, and Auburn keys on him and stops him. 2nd down now. And in that backfield, here come the Tigers.
Auburn this year.
Corey Grant. Good effort after the hit. Kennedy with pressure at the middle, escapes, but not the second wave. With this 3rd Auburn possession, Ray Mason.
Kind of tired right now.
Mason waits. To the outside. Russell down. In a dismal Auburn season now, Mason dives in. Touchdown. Kennedy. Auburn blows up the the screen. It's a loss back to the 8. Quarterback's going to block for him downfield. Out of bounds. He used to do that all the time. Artis Payne bangs to the 30. Hockey of 35 yards. And it is good. Nothing there. He comes back on the road at Memphis. Look out. Fumble. Holland's on it. Auburn football.
Carl Lawson, we saw on the sacks right there. Those guys are going to be special players before they leave Auburn.
Artis Payne. High school teammate. Artis Payne. Touchdown. Sideline and is out. That's the ball game. So the Auburn Tigers
several years returning kicks for touchdowns, and we're underway. Mason 6 yards deep, and he'll take a knee.
Nature play calling.
He's going to pass it on first down, and he completes it out to the 35-yard line. Sammy Coates.
Until you prove you can stop it, they're going to get a heavy dose of it.
Grant gets the handoff on the fly sweep. He's the home run hitter. Pass complete. That's Lewis. Made 2 people miss and tiptoes out of bounds for the first down. Nick Marshall. Marshall to pass again, completes it. And a first down. 28 of 37 on his career. And he knocks this one through. 7. And there's Prescott. And he missed it. Pushed it to the right.
For pictures to look at.
3rd and 7. He fumbles the snap. And he just made it happen anyway. Gray. Quan. Gone. Touchdown.
You know that you can go after Justin Cox on the outside. Back-to-back go routes. I know the fumbled snap certainly helped, but if it was effective the first time, and you'll see this throughout the evening.
After the career-long pass. And they get the 2-point conversion. The second of his career. Now the Bulldogs going for 2. And they're not going to get it. Nick Griffin stopped up a yard short.
Coming again.
Over the middle. Into traffic and complete. 3rd and 5. A great move by Marshall. This is where he can hurt you with his legs. And he picks up the first. On the edge to Lewis. He's got a nice little block and got close to the first down. Sharp angle, but he knocks it through. And
Significant amount of impact.
Swedenberg punting. And Bray back at his own 17, fields it. Looking for a block. Bray valued for his yards. Prescott hands it off to Perkins. That time a good stick at the 41-yard line. Robinson Therese, a loss of 3 on the play. With children on their way to school. Great story, Mason making the catch.
Interior run or outside run, not quite as much, but the guys up front are holding their own.
Off the fake. Off the batted down pass, Marshall. He stepped out of bounds. They're going to bring this back. Calhoun batted it down, and then Marshall said his career long. Well, that looks pretty good. And he knocks it through with a little 3. Hands it off. And That's the freshman, pardon me, the sophomore Robinson. They come with some pressure, Auburn does. Prescott sacked. Corey Grant. Grant the speedster. Out to the corner and pushed out of bounds. Prescott steps up. Lunges forward. Tomorrow. The worst starting field position of the night for the Tigers. But Marshall completes it to Coates. Made a couple guys miss and out near the 38-yard line. Gonna take off with it. Got a good block on the edge and got enough for the first down. Kept it himself, but will come up short by about 2 yards. Marshall on the quarterback draw. And tackled at about the 17-yard line. Gets rid of it quickly, complete. That's going to be a first down. Marshall over the middle, completes it at the 40-yard line to Davis again. Another completion, another one to Marcus Davis. That's downfield and complete. Boy, that's a nice throw. Just a yard away and another completion. This one to Marcus Davis. Marshall going to take off. Boy, he's got some real estate. Out of bounds, gets the first down.
Watch 81 at the bottom of the screen. Big receiver.
A little up and up. Open, touchdown! Uzama, you called it. Wow! Boy, he fought his way loose, too, and I don't think there's any question about that.
It's smart in this moment. You want to look, did he go out of bounds first? Clearly there was contact, and he was pushed and forced out of bounds. You see the hat come down.
After further review, the ruling is that the receiver was pushed out of bounds, came back in and caught the pass. Touchdown.
Prescott lets it fly. Caught at the 43, and that's it. Auburn has its first SEC win in 11 tries.
Line drive kick, and a little indecision back there between Bray and Mason. Neither makes the catch. Comes a blitz off the corner. Throw is out in the flat to Ricardo Lewis. Lewis got the corner. Woo, ran into a wall. Play action. Mettenberger flushed out of the pocket, and they're going to bring him down. First sack of the night. The bottom of your screen. They're going to run it or try to, and the ball is out. Covered by Auburn at the 2-yard line. So LSU makes a mistake. And that saves a certain score. Here's Trey Mason with a first down run out across the 20. And this time, and Mettenberger went down kind of funny.
That's right. You heard it here first. Shaqstradamus, you're coming.
I thought it was really neat. You came walking along the sidelines, and it really
Me coming back, it's about these guys. I come to watch these guys play because they're a great team. I don't like their ranking. Move it up a little bit, but, you know, that.
Auburn turned it over on downs. Oh, Zach Mettenberger dropped the snap, and they'll drop him for a loss.
Now a safety backs out a little bit.
Here's a pitch, and Auburn had Jeremy Hill bottled up that time. Again, the short throw out in the flat, and might have been a face mask there, too. Play action, Mettenberger, heavy pressure. They're going to get to him. Boy, quickly. Mettenberger standing in the backfield tall, goes down again, so they sack him second time. Of LSU from their 43, and Mettenberger, just like that, wants to throw. Tight coverage, intercepted. Pulled away. Jermaine Whitehead trying to get a pass to Jarvis. Don't want to waste the interception. And the throw's complete, and they've got a first down. It's out. Sammy Coates. 3rd and a yard. Mason got the first. Off to the races inside the 5-yard line.
And he made the right decision to give it to the back.
And they give it to him again, and it's a touchdown this time. Mettenberger looking on the fade to Beckham, and it's in and out of his hand. And it's a fake taken by the holder. And did he get a first down? I think he's short. A struggling night for Nick Marshall. He's going to keep this one on the zone read, and he gets a first down. And Loston cuts back inside when it looked like he was going to go out of bounds. On 3rd downs. Over the middle, and he completes this one. And it's play action. Loads and fires long. And got a man. Down to the 1-yard line is Sammy Coates. So finally a big play and a perfect pass from Marshall to Coates. Mason, touchdown, Auburn. Haven't converted a 4th down. Now they have. Trey Mason pops through there.
The game, they're down 3 scores.
Marshall going to air one out. Long ball again, and caught again by Coates again. Second time those two have hooked up on a long ball. This one's 42 yards.
And again, there was coverage by the corner with help from the safety. Faster now.
First down at the 12. Popping it outside is Curtis Payne, and he's in. Touchdown. And they'll run it. And Trey Mason, nice run. And now Mason trying to get to the second level. Does get wasting precious seconds here. Play action. Marshall throws on the run, and he throws a strike complete across the field. And the toss is to Jeremy Hill that way. He's going to lose a couple.
Now with the injury to Driscoll.
And again, Jeremy Hill losing a couple more. Marcus Davis, so a couple of freshmen playing over there on that side. Here's a throw that is caught. Empty backfield. Marshall throws a little screen out. Bubble screen to Coates. Coates down the sideline. Coates almost broke it.
Nice big gain out of it.
That was Quan Alexander that saved a touchdown. And now they jam it up on the inside. Artis Payne, who's already got one tonight. Auburn drops its first game, 3-1 and 1-1 in SEC play. Tell you what, Auburn Tigers made it interesting when it looked like at times it wasn't going to be.
His career. Parkey does not put it in the end zone as we're underway, and Walton out across the 25, driven down at the 27. Ole Miss had trouble converting on 3rd down against Alabama. Wallace in trouble here. Penalty flags are down, and so is Wallace.
Shaky. Obviously, a lot of rain. The weather probably impacted the performance.
They dump it off to Trey Mason, and he gets loose into the secondary. Out across midfield and final, I should say, for Auburn. Marshall on the keeper. First down and more. Inside the 15-yard line.
To the left, and Jay Prost did a good job leading.
Mason down at the 1.
That capability with that inside run.
First and goal. Touchdown, Trey Mason. 2nd and 4. It is Artis Payne. He is a bulldozer. Ole Miss now in the red zone. Wallace, the keeper. Nothing doing.
It's more of a function of the Washington State offense, and he's played so well throughout. He's earned that starting position.
And he picks it off here. He's gone. Robinson Thurese with his 3rd interception of the year. A State.
Well, they did, and he's waiting. Ellis Johnson by a big explosive play from his defense. Robinson Therese delivers that on the interception return for 6.
Thank you, Don. Wallace, nowhere to run with Darius.
Football on the field.
Brunetti stays in there on the zone. Reed decides to. Marshall takes off, finds a seam, first down, and he's across midfield.
Played inside right here.
Marshall left all alone, first down and more. They like to keep it on the ground when they get inside the 20. Marshall walks in untouched, touchdown.
Downfield.
Walton.
Difficulties on first and second down to get third and manager.
Wallace hit from behind and dropped by Carl Lawson. Before being taken to the hospital, and now Wallace goes down. Lawson, the freshman, with the sack.
Down both of his arms, but he looks like he's going to be fine.
Marshall to throw, has a man open. It's Trey Mason along the sideline. To the 39-yard. Marshall keeps it. Out at the 11. Ends Grant in motion behind him. Fakes the handoff to him, keeps it. Touchdown, Nick Marshall. Scott dumped, Lawson 2. Wallace tackled by Lawson. Wow, has the freshman been active tonight? It's going to be close. Jeff Scott made the catch, but it appears he's a yard short.
Rolling players in to keep him fresh.
Trey Mason, he's had a spectacular night. He's got a first down and more. How did Marshall get out of that? A first down inside.
When you've got a Mike linebacker in your lap.
Now Wallace sacked inside the 35. Bama 2. Pressure. Wallace steps up, hit and dunked. Marshall, the handoff to Ricardo Lewis, and the receiver with a big play. Lined up wide to the top of your screen. Sprinting out is Marshall. First down. Wallace sprinting out, looking to the end zone. Directing traffic, comes back the other way, incomplete. Returnable for Trey Mason. To the 20, 25, 30. 35 and down at the 36-yard line. Intercepted. Picked off at the 50-yard line. Ryan Smith takes it right back for Auburn. It's 6 inside the 20. Good hang time here. Bounces at the 5, and they keep it out. 4 earlier. Got it. Lawson coming. Wallace is hit. It's Gabe Wright with the sack. 4th down. Hit again. Carl Lawson.
The way that the edge was played by Ellis Johnson and his defensive ends, that was the story of this ballgame.
After a 3-win season a year ago, the worst season in 60 years for the Auburn Tigers, Gus Malzahn has this team poised to go to a bowl game in his first year.
And a high, short kick that is taken and dropped out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Mason into the clear, inside the 5, down to the goal line.
Wow, that looked like he got in.
Payne, the man in motion. On the rollout, Johnson. He throws. Touchdown! Payne stays in as the tailback as Johnson retreats to throw and looks long down the field, and it's caught. Touchdown! Play. And in motion, Ricardo Lewis to the outside, across the 40, out to the 46. It's Grant on the carry. Good block. Grant into the clear. Grant is gone. Touchdown, Auburn. Mitchell looks and throws, and that's intercepted for Auburn. Jonathan Mincy with the interception. And let's see how far Mincy can take this one back in Western Carolina territory, taken down at the 48-yard line. Mason in the backfield, and he gets the carry, bounces to the outside, gets a block. Mason down the sideline, inside the 20, inside the 10, and he's in for the touchdown. Play action throw across the middle, that is Stevens. And Stevens dives into the end zone for the touchdown. And the handoff goes to Cameron Artis-Payne. And Payne stays on his feet. And he's down to the 16-yard line. Bray, the man in motion. Johnson looks, throws to Bray, touchdown. Jonathan Wallace. Payne will get the carry and bounces to the outside, and he's into the clear. And it's now a foot race. He makes one man miss and down to the 25-yard line. The handoff to Cameron Artis-Payne. Reverses field. Back up the middle. He's going to go. Touchdown. And Jonathan Ford with the carry. First down and more. He's into the clear. Jonathan Ford, 10, 5, touchdown.
Wow.
On Saturday.
And I would think for what this ball game was, Auburn got exactly what they wanted.
And that will be the final play. Auburn accomplishes what it wants.
On to kick. This is Trey Williams, number 3, going left to the opening kickoff. Breaks a tackle, breaks another. He began his career at Georgia. Here's Marshall. He's as much of a running threat as he is passing. Jay Cross, the fullback, was in motion. Pass complete on the left side, right side. Sammy Coates.
By the quarterback.
A little shovel pass over to the left side. This is Corey Grant. Foot race. Down by Devontae Harris, number 1.
Go up tempo, different styles. One with the run, one with the pass.
There's a broken tackle for the Aggies. This is Trey Mason. Marshall pressured. Tucks it, runs.
Man.
Touchdown, Auburn. My gracious.
Johnny Manziel playing for both teams here today. Scoring 40. I'd put 41 on my list and say we got to score.
Fine. 79 yards against the Crimson Tide. That's a school record. That one's dropped.
Oh, was that intercepted?
Oh, it
was.
No,
intercepted. I think Ryan Smith got the interception.
How about that?
Yes. Him at Houston also. Everybody excited for Case.
Reverse. Ricardo Lewis, number 5, has a lane down the near sideline. And another its strength.
Yes. Whoa. Threw him right off.
Sammy Coates. Devontae Harris was the first one there.
Yeah, a little bit of a hitch route. That's nothing. 5 yards, okay. Make the tackle and just shakes him right off.
And Auburn has come into Kyle Field for the first time ever. Aggies have won all 3. Marshall across the middle, deep, nice. Ricardo Lewis on the road their last 2 at LSU and at Missouri. Manziel. Amazing. Just amazing.
Uh-oh.
Is it picked off? Yes, it is.
Ryan White, number 19.
That's when I said, uh-oh. You could see Ryan White had it scoped all the way.
Play action on 3rd and 2.
Got him again.
Yes, they did. Jay Prosch, the tight end who caught his first touchdown pass in his career last week. Down in 10 at the 32. Marshall tucks it, keeps it, cuts inside. Nice move. Caught from behind, but a great run. Blitz. Mason. Oh, look at that.
What balance. It was timed out so well by the blitzing linebacker. Was it Jenkins that hit it full on right there? Inside, but Mason refuses to go down, keeps his legs going.
Delayed rush. Marshall in the end zone, caught, touchdown. Quan Bray, number 4.
I'll tell you, this is a big, big time throw by Nick Marshall here. He is going to his left, and he makes about a 30-yard throw on a rope.
The football-playing Matthews family. Oh, dear.
Man.
Malcolm Kennedy was popped.
See, that's where the players are getting confused, though. See, those plays sometimes are called. There's that rush.
Ladarius Owens, number 10.
Game plan, their big nose tackle.
2nd and 4. Marshall keeps it, cuts across the 30, and breaks Clay. 2nd and 5 at the 40. That's Quan Bray, number 4. 2nd and 8. Going left is Corey Grant. Got a first down. Whoa. That was, he delivered a blow, as they would say.
And Corey Grant, the transfer, got to go for it.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, what a nice move by Mason. Inside move. Sammy Coates. He's open. He's gone. It's a touchdown, Auburn. Sammy Coates from 43. Quick strike, Auburn. We're tied. 24. Taylor Bertolette kicks it deep, and this is going to be returned by Quan Bray. Oh, my goodness. Hurdles and Taylor Bertolette.
Another quarterback draw.
Yes.
This time stopped.
Trey Mason up the middle. Marshall in the spread. Left side man wide open. Caught is Sammy Coates. Number 44 is the running back. Marshall gives it to him. Nice move to the right. Back to the left. Gang tackled as he gets down near the 15-yard line. 17-yard gain.
Remember when I said Corey Grant gained 97% of his yards outside the hash? Well, Artis Payne has gained 80% between the hashes.
On the right, it's Marshall. Touchdown, Auburn.
Woo. What a drive. A little bit of everything.
The stadium getting worked on for an injured shoulder. Here's, oh my goodness.
Wow. His balance cost him more. Well, either way.
3rd and 1. Up the middle, Mason looks for a block. He gets a stiff arm instead. Trey Mason, a little wiggle down the sideline. Out of bounds. Wonderful, wonderful run.
How open was that play as Auburn will hurry up to the line of scrimmage, but boy, just 100 yards.
Cameron Artis Payne weaves to the left, touchdown. Tigers take the lead. First down 10, 7:42 to go. Quick flip. Kennedy, oh boy.
Well, there you go again.
Robinson Parisi, number 27. Marshall keeps it up the middle. Hit in the back, but he's got the first down.
Everybody in the box, man-to-man on the outside. No safety.
Mason.
Wow. Running that ball into a 9-man defense.
A&M rushes only 3.
Wheel route.
Oh, my goodness.
There it is. I knew it was coming.
Marcus Davis.
Auburn needs to slow down. A&M wants to stop the clock now.
Mason again.
That's going to be a first down. Boy, that could be a touchdown. I don't know if his knees can't touch the ground. Does his knee go down? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
They're going to
either.
call it a touchdown. Go, win 19.
The ball carrier broke the plane of the goal line. By rule, touchdown.
What a drive.
Full-man Auburn rush. Manziel scrambling again. Caught. They'll have to call time.
It paid off.
They're playing way off of it. Chris Davis. They rush 5. Manziel. That'll do it.
Wow. What a game for that front 4 for Auburn. Enough pressure up front again. D. Ford brings the pressure again and gets the sack. And it worked.
The Auburn Tigers were 3-9 a year ago. They are now 6-1, and they go back home after a huge victory over Johnny Manziel and the Texas Aggies.
Tell me weather. SEC College Football Saturday is underway from Jordan Hare. It's going to be Quan Bray to the 22-yard line. Marshall will keep it. On the delay. Nick breaks one tackle. Right up the middle. 30, 25, and he is hauled down inside the 20. Mason. Touchdown. Tigers. And again, and a loose ball. That one is going to be picked up by Auburn. Taken by Whitehead. And out of bounds. Jermaine Whitehead. Oh, look what I see, Reed. As that was coughed up by Jonathan Wallace. And an easy fumble recovery for Whitehead.
That's a tough break for Florida Atlantic and Jonathan Wallace.
Grant. See ya. First, our Z-Max performance play for Mr. Grant.
Well, it was a great job of blocking by that offensive line. The left guard, Alex Cozen, pulls around and leads the way for Corey Grant. And Grant's the guy they want to get the football to out on the edge. He's the speedster, the track star. And once he hits that corner, there's no one going to catch Corey Grant.
And a great defensive play by Davis. 41 yards, and he's had 17 of his punts land inside the 20. We're going to drive Davis back over the shoulder. Comes out of the end zone at the 10 and up the sideline. One man to beat. That man brings it down at the 28-yard line. Let's see. He won about 110 yards north and south.
He sure did.
He had to backpedal 30 to get it. Marshall. And Marshall won that contact with DJ Smith. Out of the shotgun. Nick will keep it. To the outside, touchdown. Walks in untouched. Marshall stays in at quarterback. And Artis Payne with his first carry and a load to bring. In the middle it comes to Marcus Davis. Swing it to McKinney. And right there to take it. Grant down the jet sweep. Look at him fly around that corner. First throw is a beauty. Touchdown, Auburn. Sammy Coates
short timer in that tournament.
They stacked it against you.
They did.
Talking to the producer. Artis Payne. My goodness.
Fresh legs in the game at all times.
Nothing up the middle as foot 5. Loads up, fires it out to the 45 to the midfield stripe.
This happened a lot off of broken plays, but Johnson throws the football with timing and rhythm.
Trey Mason. 7. That was opening night against Washington State. This one is good. But it is a new day, a new season, and now a new throw, and it's caught. Sammy Coates takes it to the house. Oh, this young man, Jeremy Johnson, can throw the football.
The touchdown pass, 67 yards.
67 yards.
How much they have improved, and Lashley said that J.B. Grimes doesn't say a lot. He keeps saying, continue to push it. We're bigger, we're better, we're faster, and he is talking.
2 touchdowns. Time, scrambling, looking to make a play with his feet. Hold out of bounds. Johnson with pressure from the outside, and he's taken down at the 26. Over the middle, complete to the 23-yard line. And there he goes. Look at that drive.
Maintain possession for Auburn.
Touchdown, Tigers. Cameron, Artis, Payne. Low kick that will bounce and fielded at the 5-yard line. Oh, and a big hit. Thank goodness everybody's okay, and that's Jonathan Jones on special teams.
Wow. Man, heard that one all the way up here.
Boy. Great hit. And is that a safety? Did he get out? No, they're going to call him out at the half-yard line. Kyle Frazier tonight for the Tigers. And Wallace breaks this one. Ford turning that corner. 20. And down to about the 13. Gus Malzahn will head out toward midfield. Shake the hand of Carl Pelini. And we will call tonight here on the Plains. Number 11 Auburn goes to 7-1.
They will receive Corliss Marshall back for Cody Parker's kick. And he will take a knee.
Here he comes. Here they come down. Tight coverage. That's smart.
And here's Derby to pass. And that was batted down and intercepted. That is McKenzie after D. Ford deflected it. So the running game of Auburn will get going here with Trey Mason, as he has done most of the year. Offense that you've seen for years. Up tempo and a lot of runs out of the spread. Trey Mason again. Tempo and that pace, Gus Malzahn. Can't go much quicker than this. Nick Marshall. And the quarterback quickly. City, been a 4-year punter for the Tigers. And he gets that back rotation here, just trying to pin them. And it takes a perfect bounce and is covered up right around the 2-yard line.
Another 17 yards.
And once again, an issue with the snap between Swanson and Allen. And they're fighting for the ball. And it's Auburn who has it. Second turnover tonight by Arkansas. I think that's Chris Frost in the bottom of that pile. Yeah, there's Frost, the middle linebacker. As Auburn starts from the 29. Trey Mason. And Mason is driven down. Mason gets free and scores. Collins going to be taken down for a loss.
About the middle of the third quarter, we were getting hammered like 35-0. I was standing by Gus, and our own fans hollered down at me, "Hey, Dykes!" Anytime.
Nice visit with Jimmy. Here's Marshall now as he finds Grant out of the backfield, and Corey Grant lowers the shoulder, and they'll move tailback with Nick Marshall in the backfield. And here's Mason, and look at that hole for Mason. Another first down for the Tigers. See Mason lined up behind the fullback Jake Brosh, and he easily goes in again for his second touchdown of the night. Ran into his own man that time and then tried to regain his traction. Let's see what they get on third. Stacked up was Williams. Williams, not a chance. It was Mitchell again. And Jake Frost has a goal line stand by Auburn. Just shuts down that effort.
Which they're dropping the safety down now.
2nd and 7 as they get it to Lewis, and a first down for Auburn as Lewis. And here's Jeremy Johnson all of a sudden into the game, and as he did last week, comes right in and passes the ball with Trey Mason straight up the middle. They do it well. 2nd and goal. Just like that, Trey Mason. Remember, he hurt his right throwing shoulder in the win against Florida Atlantic. 3rd and 7. He's going to launch it downfield. And who comes up with it but Sammy Coates, who leads the nation in yards per reception. And you can add more to that. Sammy Coates, 88 yards.
And Coates has himself 6 quick. Watch his ball's underthrown. Mitchell misplays it. He doesn't locate it in time. Coates does. And the rest is history.
He was able to get his own fumble. And now Trey Mason. And just like that, season for the Tigers. Takes advantage of good blocking on the right side of the line. 3rd and 1. Here's Marshall. And you see how good he can be. Trey Mason on 3rd and 9. Diving for the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
That's a nice run.
And the Australian boots, a good one, fielded by Chris Davis at about the 23. Davis weaves his way.
If they don't beat themselves, they can be competitive with anybody.
Yeah, they can be very competitive with Alex Collins' future. He's brought down Mitchell's having to deal with an injury. And Brandon Allen is taken down. That bounces perfectly at the 1 and then gets touched up at the 4 tonight. As he will add to that. Ball came out at the end there.
He's going to have to work on that. They fumbled and lost a few of them tonight.
That's Auburn's ball, so they'll close out this game as Gabe Wright, their defensive tackle. Tremendous turnaround by Gus Malzahn. You know, it's been
battling a shoulder injury last week, but he's healthy according to coaches and good to go today. Fair catches. Here's an inside pitch, and Pig Howard hit. And a pass play on first down. That's rare for Auburn. Sammy Coates stays in bounds and then drilled. This is a returnable kick. Davis across the 40. In the Tennessee territory. The kicker to beat. And look at Pilardi fighting with Davis to get him out of bounds. But Auburn will have the ball at the Tennessee 22. Loss of 3 on the play. Now Marshall to the air. Towards the end zone. That's a terrific throw. And it's caught by C.J. Uzama for the touchdown. And the quarterback Marshall gets the first down and more. Marshall past the 45 before he's pushed out of the 47.
Turnover early in this game.
And here comes a reverse. They get the ball into the hands of Pig Howard, but Auburn not fooled. And Nick Marshall straight ahead. Marshall still going. Into foul territory. Inside the 20. And he steps out near the 10-yard line. They'll spot him out at the 13. On the field, he is the probably biggest reason for Auburn's turnaround here in 2013.
Well, you look at this running attack, it's so complementary with these backs and Trey Mason, Corey Grant, and then you fake that speed sweep and you got Marshall right up the middle.
62-yard run. Now here's Mason bouncing it to the outside. Heading for the pylon. Touchdown. Great response by Auburn on 2 plays. They go 75 yards. Does he have the credibility to do that with this veteran offensive line? 3rd and 13, in trouble. Dobbs sack inside the 30-yard line. Return, set up the first Auburn touchdown as the deep man. It's a better kick, though, from Pilardi. And Davis muffed it. Able to scoop it up. And breaks tackles. Look at Davis go. Past the 40. Down the sideline. Davis will take it all the way. Oh, what a play by Chris Davis. He muffs the punt. It doesn't.
Dangerous Chris Davis, one of the best punt returners in the SEC. A couple of missed assignments there in their lanes. And once he gets to that second level, he's gone. Yeah, you got to respect that.
Run play, Lane spun down in the backfield. The receivers got in position, and then a pitch to Grant, who's outside. Got the first down, and out past the 30-yard line. Mason shifting into the backfield. And here goes Marshall. Another big run for Marshall.
And that inside element with Trey Mason and others, it's very effective.
Marshall already over 100 rushing yards. He slips a tackle here.
Read very quickly.
Mason inside the 25-yard line, tried to keep his feet. And they're running it right behind him. It's the quarterback, Marshall, for the touchdown. Here it's 27-13, and the negative play as Lane is brought down. Marshall has had such a good half, but big mistake there. Here's Mason on the 25-yard line. And Mason past the 40 into Tennessee territory. And a huge hole for Marshall. Inside the 20, another touchdown for the quarterback, Nick Marshall.
Chasing the halfback when you've got contain on the quarterback. I mean, that's day one stuff. And Ladell McNeil is starting for the first time this year, a true sophomore.
Here comes pressure off the edge, and the ball is fumbled. It's loose at the 34-yard line. And if Auburn recovers, there's time on the clock. They could try a field goal here. They stop the clock with 4 seconds left. It is recovered by Tennessee. Short kickoff fielded at the 10-yard line. Corey Grant with a cutback. Grant past the 40. Grant might take it all the way. A punt return for a touchdown for Auburn. Now a kickoff return for a touchdown.
And this is a good kick, directional inside the 10. Normally have great coverage there, but you've got missed tackles. And quite honestly, a big problem for Tennessee right now is they don't have the speed on their coverage units to stay up with Auburn. Boy, the ball boys outrunning the Tennessee coverage unit there. You might start squibbing it down the middle of the field.
Yep.
There it is.
But Bray gets a beat on it. Breaks a tackle, and Bray past the 35. And all the way to the 45. You got to be kidding.
Name of Ron Zook, right?
Yeah.
They're comparable right now.
Went to the BCS game, though, last year as Marshall takes off again, steps out. Marshall keeping, and look at the space. They don't even touch him, and he's inside the 30.
To one coach's office and hear one thing, and another coach's office and hear another, and that's all gone.
Marshall gets the first down. Spot of the guys on this Auburn roster. Mason dives and is in. Touchdown, Auburn. Straight year.
Don't forget about a guy named Manziel and a guy named now Bryce Petty.
In the double coverage, and the pass is picked off by Threese.
That's a difficult throw for a quarterback to roll right and then try to throw. Not very good today.
Auburn with 312 return yards. Oh, what a cut by Nick Marshall. And Marshall goes down, but got the first down. Record for rushing yards by a quarterback. And a big hole for Mason. Brought down at the 38.
Tennessee is not giving supreme effort right now on defense.
Another touchdown for Trey Mason. His third of the day. Stupid, though. Here's 3rd and 1. Neal brought down. And they will not get it as Neal is pushed out. Auburn will take over on downs. Touchdown pass, and Auburn's put up 55 points. Cameron Artis-Payne on the cutback. Out past the 40 is
moving the football, but can they score enough points and hold down A.J. McCarron?
Artis-Payne, big run into Tennessee territory. Might be Devin Gardner, in case you didn't know, Brian. As Frazier goes high into the air and picks up the first down.
To come on the road and take care of business. In the first year for Gus Malzahn, you always wonder how you're going to play on the road. Tough place to play. And they came with their A game and dominated this game.
Short pooch kick, bounces at the 25. Taken at the 22. Quan Bray.
That with his arms.
Up the middle. Mason. Got it. So does Trey Mason.
Zone. He is a weapon.
Here's the sweep. Ricardo Lewis, number 5. And the field goal, high snap. Nice hold. Bennett slot to the top of the screen. Murray hit and dropped.
And fumbled. Must hold up on 3rd down and passing situations.
Watch out. Almost picked off. It was behind.
A lot of people helped us on that one.
First down and 10. Caught Uzomah. Hit from behind and tackled. Marshall. Leonard Floyd almost got him. And he finds Marcus Davis. Marshall will throw again. He's got him. Sammy Coates. Melvin Ray. You got Bray and Ray out there. And here we go. Corey Grant. Touchdown, Auburn.
This is Ontario McCaleb. Oh, excuse me. Corey Grant coming on this sweep right here. And that's the 3rd part of what you can almost call the triple option. It's an invert.
Markoff. It's a first down, 10. Mason into the set. Oh, it's Corey Grant. Beg your pardon. New quarterback. Goes deep. Got him. Who is 1 for 1 in this one. Kicked one from 22. This one is Jeremy Johnson is the quarterback, the true freshman. Right side, Corey Grant. And a first down and 10. Mason. Still going.
6-7 yards, they're going at you again.
Marshall. Yards for Marshall now. First down 10 at the 20. Mason.
Same play again.
Gets by Damian Swan.
But he's rolling them faster and faster.
Marshall again. Marshall's touchdown for the Auburn Tigers. Marshall. Looked like a lateral. Nevertheless, and 82. Chuck Long of Iowa in 85. Marshall, not much doing. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow.
Holy cow. I think he ran right through Rage.
This game with a foot injury. 1st and 10. From the backside, intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Smith.
Is it D Ford again? Number 30 that came in and got the pressure from Aaron Murray around the backside.
On the sweep, Ricardo Lewis. Marshall elects to keep it. Inside the 5. Gain of 13.
Inside the 25-yard line on that play. Nice run to the edge. You know, Cam Newton and Nick Marshall obviously both very effective. Cam almost immeasurably different than everybody else. Cam and the power. Nick Marshall in the space and touchdown.
Nice ball.
Wow. Right there into the box.
Here's play action. Marshall.
And forced the throw.
Yes, that's Sammy Coates. Opening of the 3rd, and they've cut the margin to 27-17. Marshall going for all of it. He's got Ricardo Lewis. It's 5-on-5. This is Corey Grant in motion. They fake it. Look at Posh's block. Look at Marshall's touchdown. Wow, the fullback.
He just drove Ramik Wilson into the end zone.
44 yards on the previous drive. Here's Marshall.
They do run it when Coates is in this position.
Nice and high.
Look at that. Oh, get him. Yes, he did.
Whoa.
Casanova McKinnon.
Murray drills it, and it's incomplete.
So you remind him of Charlie Ward.
Wow. This is caught by Coates. Stretches the ball across.
Championship in football, and Miami won the basketball championship in the ACC.
Here's Ricardo Lewis at the 16-yard line. Out of the snap from Jake Lemke, and this one looks good.
First blitz of the day.
Yes, good protection. The pass is complete to Rantavius Wooten. No,
dropped it.
No. He caught it.
And I think the hit.
Got it. 4th and 18.
Same defense, though. 3-man rush.
Lets it go.
Oh, my God! Oh, my goodness! Oh, no! Ricardo Lewis! You'll ever see.
For just a fraction of a second, I don't think Ricardo Lewis saw the ball.
Nope. See, it was 25 that knocks it out of Trey Matthews' hands. And Lewis, a miracle of miracles. Incredible thing I think I've seen, and I can't remember when. Josh Harvey Clemens knocks it away from Trey Matthews.
Ricardo Lewis bobbled it, grabbed it. Michael Bennett is in the slot. Murray chased out of the pocket. Hit as he lets it go. Game over. Auburn wins. I wonder, it's time for the Napa Auto Parts play of the game. What do you think? Rod Bramlett of Auburn Radio with the call.
All right, here we go. 4th and 18 for the Tigers. Here's your ball game. Nick Marshall stands in, steps up, going to throw downfield, just a home run ball, and it is tipped up. And Lewis got it on the deflection. Lewis is going to score. Lewis is going to score. Lewis is going to score. Touchdown Auburn. Touchdown Auburn. A miracle in Jordan Hare. A miracle in
For the Auburn Tigers is Cody Parkey. He leads the country in touchbacks, but this will not be one of them. It's Jones. Running back. He gets it. Comes left.
Good penetration.
Driven down.
Yes.
It's Jake Holland and Robinson Teresi. 12. This is from 44. McCarron the holder. That's going to go left. Sweep right. Corey Grant. Surprise starter. He gets this. 3rd and 18. Bit of a low snap. Marshall rolls out to his right. Drills and got him. Marshall, big hole. Collins chases him and can't catch him. And Nick Marshall has scored the first touchdown of the ball game.
Mosley runs himself out of the play. Doesn't even have to be blocked. A wide open hole. And nobody's going to catch this guy. He's an elite athlete.
Blitz. McCarron across the middle. Crossing pattern. White short.
Big plays just stop the run.
Gary's talking about Ellis Johnson. Here's a deep ball right side. He's got him open. Incomplete. Amari Cooper and Jermaine Whitehead.
Alabama can answer.
Blitz coming. Play action. McCarron's down. Up on the line in the slot. And the pass goes to him. Boy, he is popped. Jarek Williams starts this way, then goes back left. They feed it to Yeldon. He is caught behind the line. There's Uzama. That's Mason over right.
Just mash it up there. Trust your offensive line.
First down. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. Caught from behind by Jonathan Allen, number 93.
You know, Alabama's known, as we've said, as one of the best tackling teams in college football, but the backs for Auburn make people miss.
That was a 42-yard gain. Here's another gallop. Cameron Artis Payne seeing action. Here's Marshall. Directs his blockers. That should be a touchdown. It is.
After review, the runner jumped out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The ball crossed at the 1. Therefore, it will be placed at the 1, where it will be 1st and goal.
Low snap. They feed it to Trey Mason. Touchdown. The kick from Foster. Taken at the goal line. Here's Mason. Marshall keeps it this time. He does go wide. Spins in time.
Look at that move.
Yes, indeed. Jarek Williams with the tackle. Tigers trailing by 7. Mason skips outside. Turns the corner. Collins shoves.
See the game kind of unfolding exactly the way we kind of guessed.
Marshall flips it out.
There's the third option. I'm right there.
Right. Quan Bray, who scoots down the sideline. 2nd down, 5. Marshall, quick flip out to the left side. It's Bray again. He's down to the 20. 3rd quarter.
Coach to the top, up there.
Marshall drills it. Uzama. Touchdown, Auburn. McCarron short. Caught by Yeldon. Tackled. Gang tackle. Down 10 in a tie game at the 22. Marshall up the middle. Look at him. Elusive.
Found him and threw him, and they're blocking him.
Marshall takes off left. Down, he's out of bounds.
Look at him get the corner, though.
The throw. No, he won't. Mosley hauls him down. Look at this. Look at this. Just to the right of McCarron. Yeldon, nothing. Robinson, Therese, number 27.
Yeah, Ryan Smith and Therese. Remember, Auburn runs a
suburb of Dallas-Fort Worth. Oh, boy.
Little things turn into huge things.
At least. That was LSU's win over Alabama, 9-6 in overtime. Down the sidelines, Corey Grant. Alabama decision to make. Here's Marshall. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Another one.
Oh my gosh. They give it to Yeldon again. He's going to be close. See where the spot is. McCarron. Yeldon,
they got to stop.
Get it.
Yes, they did. Back-to-back fourth-down stops. This time by the true freshman, Carl Lawson.
TJ Yeldon is the running back. Goes left.
This Auburn defensive line is hanging in there. One of the things that I talked about.
McCarron is hit as he lets it go. It'll be fourth down. A.J. McCarron holds it. Cade Foster kicks it, and it's going to be wide left. It's blocked. It's blocked. Therese Robinson blocked it. Ryan Smith picks it up, and the nightmare continues.
When he's carried the ball, I give it to Trey Mason.
And they do. And he does. DePriest almost broken. Mason.
Yep, they're going to go to Mason on third down. He's a third down machine.
And they hustle. First down and 10 at the 40. Marshall keeps it, tries to get around the edge, tips it out. It's caught by Sammy Coates. Strolls in. Touchdown, Auburn.
Fake it, keep it, and at the last second, he knows he's not going to make it. And Cyrus Jones, hard to say, you can't come up and tackle the guy. And by a young, we do it all the time in practice. It was like Nick Marshall was playing basketball on that one. Fast break, not there. Flip it out. It didn't even have the laces that time.
Here comes Alabama's Hail Mary.
Yeah,
No, they're not. They are. Yeah. Did he get out of bounds? He did. Apparently.
No. These two in sync. It's when his right foot touches. Right? Not yet. Now.
There's a second left.
After review, the runner's foot touched out of bounds at the 39-yard line with 1 second on the clock. Clock will be reset to 1 second. It'll be first and 10.
57 yards.
Remember, a block kick can go the other way, too. He's got to be careful and get it up.
On the way. No, returned by Chris Davis. Davis goes left. Davis gets a block. Davis has another block. Chris Davis. No flags. Touchdown, Auburn. An answered prayer.
Come back here more often. These are the two most unbelievable finishes. A forced deep field goal, and now Alabama does not have They've got offensive linemen on the field. And once Chris Davis turns the corner, the only thing that was going to stop him was he fell down. It was a decent kick.
Yes, it was.
But a big gamble. I thought maybe a block this could happen. Who would have dreamed that this, because there's no athletes on the field for Alabama. They got all fat guys.
Mandel places it down. Griffith. As Gary said, it's a decent kick. Now, it will officially go into the books as a 100-yard return with a missed field goal because the NCAA does not measure from deep in the end zone. Guess what? Here is Rod Bramlett for the second time in 2 weeks with his call of the last play of the ball game.
Well, I guess if this thing comes up short, he can field it and run it out. All right, here we go. 56-yarder. It's got, no, does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow.
It's Missouri. Cody Parkey to kick off. Marcus Murphy, number 6, drifts back 5 yards and takes the knee 6 yards in. 4-man rush, speed on the edge. They got him. That was D. Ford who came around the end. 6. Mason goes left. Got room. First down. Auburn.
Well, he finds the crease and attacks it.
Play action. Here goes Marshall. There was Robinson.
Yep.
Little trickeration. Marshall goes deep. Got a man. Caught. Sammy Coates.
Right here, the pressure comes right from the beginning, I think, by Ray. Beats one player, then beats another, Harold Brantley inside, and then a perfect throw.
2007. When after it was all said and done, LSU with 2 losses went from 7th to 2nd. Here's Sammy Coates. Downfield blocking. Coates at the 30, at the 20. Grant is the running back. Marshall strolls in untouched. He had a 214-yard rushing game. The onside kick. Onside kick. I think it went the distance. Now I think Auburn's got it.
Yes.
They've got the ball at the 42. Ricardo Lewis on the end around. He's getting a block downfield from Mason and is hauled out of bounds. Signing with his home state team. Murphy, nothing. I mean, nothing. Empty backfield. Franklin looks deep. There you go, picked off.
This was a total misread between the receiver and James Franklin. Yeah, Missouri's kind of settled into this 3-man line. It's that bare look with 3 men covering the guards and the center inside tight.
Mason tried to get around the side. Wilson chasing him. And Trey Mason, nifty run.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work for Missouri.
County High School. First down and 10. Mason again. His 15th carry.
Yeah, that 3-man line, they're cashing that 3-man line.
First down 10, they'll hustle.
This may work on the blackboard, but right now, it's getting stoned. Andrew Wilson comes up and just finds a blocker right in the face mask.
Marshall this time. Tackled at the 7. Matt White, number 17.
It's the triple option, that's what it is. And even if your assignment is right, Cantrell Brothers had his assignment right, but you still got to tackle the guy.
First and goal. Mason driving to the end zone and getting across.
What a drive. What a drive. He's a rich ex-old high school coach now, isn't he?
Just got a raise. Here's Mason again. He's on the loose. There's one man who can beat him. And that man does. It's Matt White.
Well, Darvin Ruiz, number 12, takes just one false step from his safety spot, and then that offensive line cleans it up, and Ruiz, not an option, not a chance.
Give it again to Mason. That's Trey Mason's 19th carry in the first half.
It's becoming remarkable. Spencer Tillman asked me if Auburn can keep doing this without throwing, and I go, why not?
Another Mason run.
Vern, would you throw?
Absolutely not.
Why would you throw? I mean, just every once in a while to keep them honest. I predict you will see more and more teams copy this attack from Gus Miles on the triple option from shotgun.
Up the middle, another Trey Mason touchdown. They have been unstoppable.
That's demoralizing for Missouri. That is totally demoralizing. Play on. They are playing at warp speed on offense.
On first down, they've got Franklin at the 10-yard line. Carl Lawson. Auburn has been unstoppable. Sweep, Ricardo Lewis gets a block on his way. Another huge gain. Seen this play before?
Yep. Just four guys covering.
Windsor. Ooh, close. Davis at the 38. Chris Davis, 2 yards. Season long was 47. That may change right now. Auburn's field goal from Parkey. Here's Prosh. Here comes the sweep left. Mason again. Wow.
That three-man line is just getting carved up. Just getting carved up in this game yet either.
There's Corey Grant. Marshall, here we go. Race to the corner. He's knocked out of bounds at the 1.
You knew it was coming. When would they finally be able to figure out a way to get Marshall to the outside? Again, that three-man line, they figured a way to get outside of it, this time with the quarterback.
And the hurry up. Mason is back in. Touchdown, Corey Grant. Christian Brinzer, the punter. Chris Davis backs up a little bit. Takes it, returns it. Got some room to the 47-yard line. Mason slips a tackle, scoots down the sidelines. Cameron Artis Payne is in the lineup.
And I think this is 4-down territory.
Cameron Artis Payne.
Hurry up, roll it.
Roll it.
And they're going to run the same play, I'll tell you. Be ready. Now, Nick Marshall might keep it, but it'll be the same play.
18-yard gain.
Same play.
Cameron Artis Payne. Wow! Touchdown, Auburn.
Call. We wanted to correct that.
45-42. Here is Corey Grant. He's loose.
Like that matters.
Go fairly quickly. Dismutes the center, snaps it back. They fake the screen. There we go. Trovon Reed, number 1. 4th and goal. No, should have called Mason.
I don't know if he made it.
He did not.
It's
close.
now they signal. Yes, they did.
Now they signal. Franklin looks left, is chased right. D. Ford has him. Now in motion, gets the handoff, the sweep. He's got Fultz out in front. Number 11, a little one-man con. And the point.
Another good one.
Oh, his own teammate ran into it.
Yep.
His own teammate ran into him. They'll throw it. Inside, incomplete. Knocked away by Chris Davis.
What a play.
Mason, of course. Mason, of course. That 75-point total was the previous high. We're at 101 points in this one. Kaboom. Chris Davis on Jimmy Hunt. Got him. Eschew the field goal, 4th and goal. Into the end zone, left, incomplete.
Time to Alabama, just the last game of last year.
Here's Mason.
They're going to get him 300 yards.
One more time. Guess what? He's over 300 in the game. A splash for the celebration.
How about Gus Miles on 2 SEC championships as offensive coordinator? In 2010, 56 points. Tonight, 59 points.
And now it's time for the Napa plays, plural, of the game. Here's Marshall.
Mason straight ahead through defenders into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! At the Missouri 13-yard line. Straight ahead, Mason to the 10, breaks a tackle to the 5. He's in! You may put this one on ice.
Bray is told to stay right there. Go into BCS championship. Marshall with the read option, hands it to Mason on the first down, and they gash a big hole. Shaw is short of the 40. He slips out as a safety valve. Winston keeps it, nowhere to go. 4th down as a result of that penalty. Straight down the middle, grab for a first down at the 45 of Florida State. Florida State territory with the 4th down. And they're going to go ahead and boom it. And this ball backs up on the 1-yard line. What a punt by Stephen Clark. Under center. Takes a direct snap. And Wilder is stuffed by the middle of Auburn's defense. Casey Beatty from his end zone. Chris Davis awaits. He's got to return. Up the middle, up the gut. To the 24-yard line. Marshall fires again for another first down at the 13-yard line. Drops it off to Mason. End zone, our first touchdown. Trey Mason hits pay dirt for Auburn.
With the front and with the coverage.
Again, it's Winston under Ford pressure, and down he goes with a sack. And 10. Breaking free is Mason. As they do here. Play action, fire wide open in the middle. In a foot race is Melvin Ray. Touchdown, Auburn. A 50-yard strike.
Florida State linebackers, they get lulled to sleep right here. They're so caught up in the running game, they lose track of what can happen behind them, and that's an easy throw from Nick Marshall. Well executed for the Auburn Tiger offense, and they, right now,
for 100 yards. Prosh is his tough fullback off to the left. Draw play with Mason. Right side. Daylight. Midfield. First down, Auburn. And 2. Marshall keeps it. An easy first down. And he's pushed out of bounds hard.
up front in the trenches. Here they are again, moving late.
In trouble. Fumble. Loose ball. Battle for it. Auburn says they've got it, and they do. Winston turns it over. It's a meltdown by the #1 team in the country. Forced that fumble that time. Marshall. Great grab here by Bray. Picks up the first down. Fultz is the tight end, number 11. They're going to run away from him. No, Marshall keeps it as he did against Missouri. And he walks in. Who amongst you thought? Ball at the 27-yard line. Running play with Freeman, and Frost stopped him.
Big Nick O'Leary. They have a long way to go. Maintain their poise, and they got to run the football.
Blitz works. The blitz was called by Ellis Johnson. Needs 7 yards. Going to throw off the play action. Middle. Complete for a first down. The middle has been open tonight.
It's Frost.
In trouble. And that is big number 30, D. Ford. Marshall will keep it, attack the outside. Breaks a tackle, still going, and out of bounds at the 45-yard. They're finding it going tough right now. Clark hangs one up, and Shaw wants to get out of the way. It's the ball, remember, not the man. It's been down inside the 5-yard line again, and that is Trent Fisher, folks. That is Jim. Marshall throws it far side, got a man open, and that is Ricardo Lewis. They give it to Mason on a delay. Big hole on the left side. Through. Straight back. Marshall on the move, fires, and it was complete for a first down at the 39-yard line to Sammy Coates.
What a play to come up with on third down. To come clear against Williams, and he makes the throw.
Now they hammer with Mason, who twists away. Mason finally. Play action. Fires wide open. Complete to Coates at the 33-yard line. And it's a 2nd and 16 after the 6-yard loss. Mason steps outside right, breaks the daylight. Still going. End zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Not quite yet out of miracles.
On LaMarcus Joyner. There's the action. Look at the block by the tight end. Nice job by the guard. And then right here is just leg drive and determination. That's a true freshman. Jalen Ramsey coming up in run support. And you've got Trey Mason running right through his arm tackle. Bounces off him and into the end zone. That low center of gravity, the balance that he has, the toughness that he runs with, you better come up with some cruel intentions if you want to knock Trey Mason off the track.